In other words, like my inner peace is going to be shaken. But there is another side is like, is my inner peace is that weak that it will going to be shaken by other people? In the starting of the video, I want to ask you this question: is someone is capable enough to make you angry? And before making this video, I do have asked myself these questions, and the things that I'm going to talk about in this video, and I have collected those kind of perspective and those kind of points. So it may sound silly as well, it may sound stupid as well, but those are the points that I have collected. And I am not a kind of professional guy or things like that, but I am just a curious guy and who want to learn something each and every day. So that is one of the main reason that I have opened this channel. And in this video, there will be the points, and those are the points that I have got by getting down, or by just layering myself down and down, or asking myself questions over and over again. So I hope it will going to resonate with you. The first question, okay, so while doing these things, the first question that I have asked to myself is like, how many times in a day did I get angry? Okay, and even from that, how many times there are some external cause behind those moment of angriness. Okay, what I mean by that is, how many times in a day am I getting angry? In those moment of angriness, how many times there are some external cause behind this? Okay, so those two are the questions that I have asked myself. And to be honestly, for me it was about like 80%. Someone is responsible for my angriness, then I I tend to complain, okay, you are the reason behind like I am feeling this thing, or you are the reason behind like this type of thing, instead of like me asking to myself why this person is capable of making me angry. Okay, so there are those of the things that are going on, and the more level or the more deeper I got into these things, the clear it get. If someone is like capable enough to make me angry, then in a word I can say that, okay, I am his or her puppet. They can drag me anytime, okay, anytime in a day, 24/7. They can just drag me down, and I am going to be a kind of off mooded, or I'm going to feel angry about those situations. In other words, like my inner peace is going to be shaken. But there is another side is like, is my inner peace is that weak that it will going to be shaken by other people? Okay, so if that is the point, then I have to make my inner peace better, or I have to make my inner peace stronger. And that is the understanding that I started to get while I just get deeper and deeper into these things. Okay, and there is one of the thing that I have find, and it really works for me. Okay, because it works for me, I really believe it will going to work for you as well. So it really tends to work in the outside of your circle. Okay, so I haven't applied this thing to my circle, or I haven't applied to the people who are in my circle, but it really tends to work for me. If I just put this thing into the outside of on like outside of my circle, and if there is some kind of possibility for me getting into like kind of argument, or getting into kind of verbal things, how they are going to treat me is their own karma, and how am I going to react to them is my own. And believe me, it really works for me. Okay, so I don't want to get any kind of bad thing in my karma, so I just let them go, and this thing really worked for me. Okay, it has been worked like more than 3 times, and generally I haven't tried this thing on the people who are inside my circle, but it really tends to work if I put this thing into practice with people who are like outside of my circles, or of my circles. Yeah, and generally there are only like 3 or 4 people in my circle whom I treat like family, and they do the same as well. Okay, so instead of saying friend circle, I would really like to say it kind of family circle. And in this point, I want to make this thing clear is like, I am not saying don't be angry at all. Okay, you shouldn't be angry rest of your life. That is a kind of stupid thing as well. Okay, even the monk who practice or who meditate for like years to years, okay, like 20 years, 30 years, tends to get angry, and there will be the moment of angerness in everyone's life. Okay, so that is totally okay, but the things that I am trying to say here is, we can just eliminate most of that. And if, let's say, someone has made you angry, okay, and after sometimes you realize that that was the stupid decision, you said to yourself, okay, I am not going to be angry in this kind of things, or I am not going to be angry on the stupid thing from on. So when you are going to face the same situation, or when you are going to expose to the same situation back then, now what you are going to do is, you have kind of consciousness. Okay, and you have said to yourself, okay, I am not going to be angry on this kind of things, I am not going to be manipulated. And now someone is trying to make me angry, or I am exposing to kind of things when I am having a kind of heated argument, and now I have realized this. Okay, I have said this thing before. now I don't want to be angry. And if I can capable enough to not make me angry to the same thing that I have said I am not going to be angry, then this is a kind of growth. That is the growth, and that is in a sense I can say that is the definition of the growth. The one of the similar pattern we can see while we are angry is like we are a kind of person who don't want to become. Okay, so there is kind of two different person. If I take the person we are when we are not angry, and if you take the person who we are like when we are angry, so those are two different person, but even though inside the same body, but they are two different persons psychologically. Okay, so if I'm going to eliminate myself from angriness, okay, then probably I'm going to make myself less prone to the disease. Okay, short term and long term. If I'm going to be more angry, I'm going to be more in stress. Okay, and the more I'm going to be in stress, the more prone to the disease I will be.